Good morning, everyone. Well, here it is, the 11th of May. We're just about halfway through the year already. It's a beautiful day here in Pukekohe. Now, today we're starting a series of videos explaining the science behind irritable bowel and leaky gut, and of equal importance, how to get rid of it. Now, I received a question. Phil, can you tell me what irritable bowel is? She says, in my case, it has been what I call 25 years of ongoing stomach pain, infections, fatigue, heaps of doctor's visits, antibiotics, and no end in sight. It has been such hard work. Now, I say it turns out that this is really common, along with an issue called leaky gut. As I've discovered, very few sufferers know exactly what is happening, and if they did, I'm sure that most would do something about it if they only knew what was happening and what to do about it. Now, science has learned a lot about leaky gut and IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and science is where we're going for our facts. Now, unfortunately, the scientific facts are not getting to the people, and the reason why is another story. And that is also why I believe on most occasions we have no idea how to fix it. Now, for the record, I have learned that in order to solve any problem, I first have to understand everything about it. And that is why I go direct to the science, not the medical industry and not general gossip or opinion. Now, this is not a scientific lecture, for goodness sake, but a science-based conversation in simple language so that we can all understand it, or what's the point, right? Right. I've intended to keep the following series of videos around 5 minutes long so you don't get overwhelmed or bored. And at the end of this series, my goal is that you will have a greater general knowledge on the subject than even most medical industry employees. Only then you will understand why, as you go forward in your life, it is so important that you do specific things to remedy this problem and definitely not do others. And your IBS and or leaky gut issues have a good chance of becoming a distant part of your history, along with many of your poor health issues that have been plaguing you. That's right. Now, are you with me? So, simply put, what we call irritable bowel and leaky gut is about damage to the lining of either our stomach, our small intestine, and or large intestine. Now, that damage is usually the result of the ongoing stressful lifestyle that we live, which includes our modern diet. Now, that is not a secret and something that we can all change. And that stress influence shuts down our body's normally very effective defense mechanism against specific fermenting bacteria, fungi, viruses, and other parasites that in the moment take advantage of our body's poor defense system, and they invade us. Right. Now, first they get into our stomach and then into our upper intestine, and over time they can even colonize throughout our entire intestinal or gut system and cause us such grief. Now, how do they do that? Simply by living there. They damage our gut lining, which causes us the pain and discomfort. That's called irritable bowel. Now, over more time, the gut lining becomes damaged enough to allow foreign bodies inside our gut to enter into our blood system and travel throughout our entire body. That's called leaky gut. And that leads into internal inflammation and an immune system response at every level throughout our entire body, including our brain, which leads to more pain and discomfort, and our body begins to present a multitude of common human illnesses and infections that you would think would have nothing in common with our gut and digestive system. That collection of common human infections and illnesses are called syndromes, which are specific to certain conditions. And in this case, the condition is an irritable bowel syndrome and a leaky gut syndrome. Okay, guys, that just got us started, and we'll leave it there for you to think about. On to the next one. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye.